Howdy guys, Jimmy Song here. In this video, I'm going to talk about coin distribution and why it must happen naturally, and specifically with Bitcoin. A lot of people have this idea that you can just sort of like airdrop a bunch of coins to a bunch of people, or based on some criteria. ICOs famously do it by selling the pre-mined coins basically to a bunch of people based on whatever price, or they do it in tiers or tranches or whatever. A lot of altcoins will do airdrops, to various people based on registration or their Bitcoin holdings or something like that. Hard forks, of course, just airdrop by giving you the amount that you happen to have of another coin at a particular point in time. All of these schemes are distribution schemes, and I want to talk about that a little bit because it's a strategy to get those coins in the hands of more people. And the idea there is that if you have it in the hands of more people, that somehow the network would be larger. And of course, money having lots of network effects, it's worth the square of the number of nodes on the network, or the number of nodes on a graph, or whatever it is. The idea being that if you have 10 people on a network, it's worth 100 times less than if you have let's see, 10 choose 2 is so it would, like, if you square the number of if you double the number, you get 4 times. So if you have 20 people, it's worth 4 times as much as 10 people. And that's the idea behind an airdrop, these distribution schemes or whatever. Now, my contention in this video is that doesn't really work. And the reason is because people that get stuff for free, or stuff just to get it distributed to them, they don't actually value it. There was a coin a long time ago called Aurora Coin, and they wanted to distribute to every person that lived in Iceland or something like that. And of course, like, they had a tiny float, and they went up in price, and then they came down as soon as all the people in Iceland that had Aurora Coin just kind of sold it. Now, why'd they sell it? It's because they don't value it. They don't think it's something that's worth keeping. They don't use it as a store of value. They're instead using it purely as a method of payment. And in this case, whatever they got for it is free. And that's kind of what happens when you have only method of payment use case, when people don't value it as a store of value first. And that's what a lot of these airdrops end up doing. Now, the much more effective way, or the actual way in which you get the network effect, is by people valuing the token itself. If you got it for free, you're not going to value it that much. But if you actually want it, if you see that it will store value over the long term, then you're going to want it, and not only want it, but keep it. This sort of eliminates a lot of the utility tokens where, you just want it so you can get the thing, and then you don't actually keep it. It's not you don't get that large distribution and network effect as a result. So what do you need to do? Well, you need people to actually want it. Well, how do you get people to want it? Well, you get people to want it by actually having other people want it. And this is called the network effect of scarcity. When something is really scarce and people are sort of hoarding it, or wanting it, or desiring it, or whatever you want to call it, what happens is that other people start saying, oh, okay, well, that person values it at this price, and so does that person. If enough people are like that in their social network, then they'll start valuing it the same way. Because at the very worst, if if they don't want it, they can sell it to those people. And if it holds value over time, that's even better. This is how you get a natural distribution. And any sort of airdrop distribution, or ways to get it into the hands of people that don't actually value it, is kind of a waste of time. And that's essentially what a lot of these coins have done. And you could see it even in like a lot of these hard forks. The number of people that actually own these things drops as people are like, hey, I don't want this. Like, why would I want it? You know, it's a hard fork. Let me just get the free money and see ya. And that's what's happened with a lot of these hard fork coins. Anyway, that's my perspective on this. If you think I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. Hope this helps you. This song is done.